Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here, and in today's video I am bringing you the 7 types of players you will meet in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Now this is a video a little bit different. I had this idea thanks to One Harvested Machine. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll leave a link in his channel down below. He made a video like this for Battlefield and it gave me the wild idea to do this for PUBG. So without further ado, let's get right onto it. So the first type of player everybody has met in PUBG is the Hoarder. So this guy literally picks up everything off the ground and doesn't share. He usually has around 400 rounds of ammo for both his weapons, a level 3 backpack, and he just keeps everything, picks up grenades and has as much stuff as he can. And when you ask him, hey yo, can I have like a painkiller, he's gonna be like, I don't know, I'm gonna probably need him for later. The next type of player you might meet in PUBG is the talker. Now this guy is always on voice comms and you always constantly need to tell him to stop talking because you think you hear somebody in a building or somebody walking outside, but this guy never shuts up. He's either talking about his everyday life, something that happened to him the day before, the game in general, or he's just, constantly talking about everything and anything, and it can get really annoying because especially if he's talking in the game chat, other players from enemy squads can actually hear him and it can get frustrating at times. The next type of player you might meet in PUBG is the quotation mark pro. Now this guy knows everything there is to know about PUBG. He used to play competitive in other games and he's played H1Z1 a lot and stuff like that, and he literally knows everything, or at least thinks he knows everything about PUBG. Vehicle spawns, knows what the best weapon is, knows the bullet velocity and all that shit about all the weapons, and he usually never makes it very far because he thinks he's a god and he runs across the field and nonchalantly just gets sniped out of nowhere and he blames it on lag or something like that. So this type of player is kind of annoying. The next player you will definitely meet in PUBG is the treasure hunter. And what I mean by treasure hunter, he sees a supply drop in the air and he is going for that. It's like he sees something, ooh, shiny, and he wants to go to it because he knows that there's probably something good in there, even if it's a metric mile away from where you are and you're stuck on foot and you might get killed by the blue line. If there's a supply drop that he can see up in the air dropping, he is going to it because he wants that AWM and the ghillie suit, and it more often than not brings the demise of the entire squad because you follow them. You follow the guy that wants to go get the supply drop, you try and cover him, but unfortunately he gets there, supply drop's already looted, and you just get outflanked or you just get ambushed and everybody dies, and then you're back to square one in a new game. This next player you might meet in PUBG I like to call the engager. So this guy has no fear. If he sees somebody, if it's red, it's fucking dead. And by red I mean if he sees an enemy, he's not scared of engaging. If he's in the middle of a field and he sees somebody, he's gonna start firing, and if you're not firing with him, then you're part of the problem and he doesn't want you in your fucking squad, you know what I mean? So he's always trying to kill everybody. Sometimes or not, it might bring his demise and the demise of his whole squad, but other times it actually pays off and you get a couple of kills that way and you actually get a nice chicken dinner. So these guys are kind of fun to play with because there's always action happening and it's always a lot of fun. This next one is what I like to call a bush Wookie, and I think a lot of people know what the terminology bush Wookie means. This means that this guy's gonna go loot somewhere where there's hardly anybody. He's gonna always make sure that he's in the white circle, so the safe zone on the map, and he's just gonna camp the shit out of a bush or like some random spot on the map where nobody thinks to look, and he's just gonna sit there until the circle updates, and then he's gonna start moving again. Now granted, this is a pretty viable tactic because this guy will more than likely make it to the top 10 like 90% of the time because he's not really engaging targets and he just sits around and waits for the match to go on until he actually has to fight. Somebody might even walk by his bush, and if that person does not see him, then you better know that bush Wookie's not going to engage. He's just going to sit there and pretend like nothing happened. Now the last type of player you might meet in PUBG is the party guy. Now the reason I call him the party guy is he always bails into highly populated areas. So if the military base is close to the flight path of the plane, you better know this guy is going to put the marker on there and he's going to jump there. So you either have the choice to follow him and keep with your squad, or just leave him be and just let him die over there with the other 50 people that jumped at the military base. So he's always going at the highly populated areas because he likes the action, he likes the quick kills at the game or a quick death, and then he can just move on to another game. So those are the 7 types of players I wanted to bring you guys. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys have run into any of these types of players, and also if you guys think of any other type of players you run into or you have run into in PUBG. Also be sure to leave that down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit the like button if you liked the video, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one, don't forget to hit that notify bell, and as always, thank you very much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.